Hi friends, it's Sandy with Trinity Stamps, and today I have the most unusual and totally unique card that could be used for a birthday or just because. I have created this one with the new Crafty Pantry box by Trinity Stamps, along with the coordinating Pantry box branding basic stamp set. I have also used the new Funfetti Alphabetti die set, and that's just plain fun to say, along with the tiny whisk and wish die set. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up. You might want to consider subscribing to the channel so that you are notified of all the fun and creative things our design team comes up with. All right, let's get started. I've made a few of these craft boxes and I found it easy to build that box on a piece of scrap cardstock. So I'm using the largest rectangle that comes in the Crafty Pantry box die set, along with the largest skinny rectangle and the other rectangle that creates the top of the box. I'm going to go ahead and die cut those out and glue them on my cardstock. I've trimmed off that excess scrap cardstock, and now I'm going to start building the actual decorations on the box. I'm going to be using patterned paper and the inside, or the smallest large rectangle, for the front of the box. And then there's a piece that's skinny that is the same shape as the side of the box. I will use that to cut out another piece of patterned paper. And then for the top, there's that piece that's got like the little notch that would be like the how you would close the box. And I'm going to cut two of those. Now I did it in two different colors of patterned paper just because I wanted to kind of emphasize that little notch at the top. I'm going to be using liquid glue to glue on the front of my box and the side of my box. I suppose you could use double-sided adhesive, but I have problems sometimes with that staying stuck, so I generally use liquid glue. For the top of my box, I am going to trim off the notch that is on that yellow piece of patterned paper. I do that because I just don't want it to bump up the pink paper that's going to be just below it, and it kind of covers it just a smidge. Also, these two pieces are going to kind of hang off the side of the box, and that's okay. Just line it up on that left corner, and then when you've got both of those pieces on, you're just going to trim off that overhang. Now I'm going back to my Crafty Pantry box die set, and I'm going to use the piece that kind of looks like a spoon. It's kind of similar to the Betty Crocker logo. I'm going to cut that out of pink pattern paper. For the word you, I am using the Sweet Stack Layers die set, and I'll cut that out of my darker blue cardstock, which has a little bit of adhesive on the back. The pink pattern paper blended in too much with my yellow pattern paper, so I cut out another little spoon shape from my darkest turquoise cardstock, and I'm just going to create a shadow with that. Now when I'm doing these intricate die cut designs, I do like to put double-sided adhesive on the back of all of my cardstock. It just makes it so much easier to get those things placed. I also, for the most part, use a little bit of liquid glue that kind of gives me a little bit of a barrier between that sticky adhesive so that I can kind of wiggle it around and get it placed just exactly where I want it. All my letters are being cut from the Funfetti Alphabetti die set. I've cut all of my letters twice out of two different colors of cardstock. That helps give those letters just a little bit of dimension. I'm going to just kind of play around with them on the front of my box, making sure that the placement gives me enough room at the bottom of my little box for the mixing bowl and the whisk. So I'm just going to kind of lay those out. I'm not going to press them down because I'm not exactly sure where they're going to be, but I do use my ruler to get those lined up for now. I've used a tiny whisk die set to cut out my bowl and the whisk. I did not use the double-sided adhesive on the bowl because I want to be able to insert that whisk piece inside the bowl. So I will just use liquid glue for that. In addition to the bowl and whisk, I wanted to use the banner from the Crafty Pantry box, and I also want to make sure that I have enough room for that also. So I'm going to go back to that die set and cut out the largest of that banner piece from my darker cardstock. Now that I know everything is going to fit, I can go ahead and permanently put those letters on my cake box front. I'm going to be using liquid glue again to help me position them along with my ruler. When I glue on my bowl, I want to make sure that I leave that opening open. So I'll just put the liquid glue at the top part, which would be the back of the bowl, and then just around that outside edge at the bottom and go ahead and get that stuck on my card. We're going to get that whisk inserted in that bowl and that handle glued onto the box front. Next, we'll get that banner glued on in between the word happy and the top of that bowl, making sure to line up that one edge against the pattern paper. I felt like that upper right-hand corner needed a little bit of something, so I went back to my confetti pantry box die set and I cut out a piece of one of the little flag pieces. Now I did have to trim that down, but that's kind of the beauty of die cut pieces. You can kind of mix and match and make them work the way you need them to. To decorate that little flag piece, I'm going to go back to the die set and use the die that cuts out 3 little hearts. Now I think those hearts are actually kind of cut at an angle to be used on the side or the top of the boxes to kind of give that the proportion, but they work just fine for this also. I'm going to be using the Pantry Box Branding Basics stamp set. Now this stamp set brings these pantry boxes to life. It has got little barcodes on it, little words, ounces, anything you could think of that you'd find on a pantry box, it's pretty much in this stamp set. I'm going to go ahead and use the Perfect Every Time banner piece and get that stamped on some white cardstock. I will use the die that comes with the Crafty Pantry Box die set, get that cut out, and it will line perfectly in the blue banner I have on the box front. I love to put a little bit of bling on my card fronts, so I'm using the mixed candy confetti, and I'm just going to glue on some little bits and pieces here and there just to give that card front a little bit of sparkle. For the inside of my card, I am using the Simply Sentimental Hug stamp set, and I'm stamping that on a piece of cardstock 4 by 5 1/4. To create my card base, I have a piece of cardstock cut at 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and I'll go ahead and score that at 4 1/4. Before I fold that in half, I do want to apply the little piece that I've stamped. Now, I generally do this on all of my cards. I add an extra piece on the inside of my card just because I always feel like the front of the card has so many different layers of cardstock on the front that it makes that back piece seem a little bit flimsy. So this is one way I can bulk it up and just give that card back a little bit more body. All right, so I'll get that applied and then I will fold my card in half and give it a good press with my bone folder. To finish up this card, I'm going to go ahead and glue the front of, or the card front to my card base, and then I'm going to trim that upper right-hand corner and the lower left-hand corner to really give it that look of a pantry box. Oh my goodness, this is such a cute card and such a fun die. I mean, there are so many different ways you could do this die set. I'll be playing with it a lot in the future. I have linked all of these fun goodies that I use to make this card down below. I also encourage you to follow us on Facebook along with Instagram. We are just loaded with all kinds of fun new items along with great creative ideas. All right, I think that does it for today. And until next time, bye-bye.